The Whatnot Tree.
Long ago, there was a wise trader in a village. He traveled with other traders from his village to many other villages to sell his goods. They usually went in a caravan. On one of these trips, they had to go through a thick forest. Before entering the forest, the trader called together all the members of the caravan. He warned them, "My friends, when you go through this forest, be careful to avoid poisonous trees, fruits, leaves, and flowers. Do not eat anything that you have not eaten before, whether it is a fruit, leaf, or flower, without asking me." "Yes, sir," they said respectfully. There was a village at the end of the forest. Just outside the village stood a tree called a whatnot tree. Its trunk, branches, leaves, flowers, and fruits looked very similar to those of a mango tree. Even the color, shape, smell, and taste were almost the same as that of a mango tree. But unlike a mango, the whatnot fruit was poisonous. The caravans that went ahead came upon the whatnot tree. The traders were all hungry, and the whatnot fruits looked like delicious ripe mangoes. But they remembered their leader's warning. They decided it would be safer to pay heed to the warning given by their caravan leader. When the leader arrived at the tree, the ones who had seen the tree and its delicious fruits asked, "Sir, what is this tree? Is it safe to eat its fruits?" After investigating the tree, the leader replied, No, this may look like a mango tree, but it isn't. It is a poisonous whatnot tree. Don't even touch it." In the past, many such caravans had come to the whatnot tree. The people in the caravans had eaten its poisonous fruits and died in their sleep during the night. The next morning, the local villagers would come to the campsite. After burying the dead, they would take away all the goods and bullock carts of the caravan. This time too, the villagers thought they would do the same. They had seen the caravans near the tree the previous day. At dawn the next morning, the villagers ran toward the whatnot tree. But when they reached the whatnot tree, they got a real surprise. All the traders who had come in the caravans were alive and well. They were cooking their own food and getting ready to eat. Astonished, the villagers asked the caravan leader, "How did you know this was not a mango tree?" He replied, "I noticed two things about the tree. First, this tree is easy to climb, and second, it is right next to a village. When it is so easy to climb this tree, how is it that no one has plucked the fruits? If the fruits on such a tree remain unplucked, they cannot be safe to eat." The leader's wisdom saved the caravan.
Once there was a wise trader in a village who went in a caravan with other traders to sell the goods. The trader warned the other traders to be careful and to avoid poisonous trees, fruits, leaves, and flowers when they went through the forest. He also told them not to eat anything without asking him. The other traders nodded. There was a village at the end of the forest. Just outside the village stood a tree called a whatnot tree. Its trunk, branches, leaves, flowers, and fruits looked very similar to those of a mango tree. But unlike a mango, the whatnot fruit was poisonous. The traders were all hungry, and the whatnot fruits looked like delicious ripe mangoes. One of them asked whether it was safe to eat its fruits. After investigating the tree, the wise trader replied that it was a poisonous whatnot tree and warned them not to touch it. In the past, many such caravans had come to the whatnot tree. The people in the caravans had eaten its poisonous fruits and died in their sleep during the night. The next morning, the local villagers would come to the campsite. After burying the dead, they would take away all the goods and bullock carts of the caravan. Next morning, the villagers were surprised to see all the traders alive and well. The wise trader told the astonished villagers that in spite of being easy to climb the tree, no one had plucked the fruits, which meant the fruits were not safe to eat. The trader's wisdom saved the caravan.
Let's listen. Everyday dialogue. Here's a dialogue between a mother and her son, Raj. There are some gaps. Listen to your teacher carefully. As you listen, complete the dialogue. Then with a partner, role-play the dialogue.
Raj, what did you do in school today?
There was a new teacher.
Really?
Yes, she's the games teacher.
What does she look like?
She's tall, she's thin,
And
she has black hair.
what was she wearing?
She was wearing a tracksuit. She was blowing her whistle.
Oh,
That means we have to stand in a line.